This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hi everybody, welcome to Review Corner. Today I'm going to be talking about a game that I was really interested in giving a shot at, and that's Fleet Commander Ignition 1, or 1 Ignition. I saw it, I was interested in it, it's got miniatures in it, so I said, hey, why not? Let's take a look at it. So there's only one way to really get a good feel for it. Let's go down to the table and take a look. Alright, so what you get in the box is you get two sets of dice, of these dice here. The red ones are for attack. The yellow ones are for movement. The green ones are for shields. We'll explain all this very shortly. We're not going to explain every rule, but we're going to just show you. You get a lot more ships. I just put a couple ships out here so you guys can see what's going on here and how this all works. You get a battle cruiser, you get a destroyer, and you get a frigate. I can't say that word, so don't hold it against me. But you get a bunch of them. You get a bunch of those, and I think you only get one each of those. They come with these dials, which are really nice, which are kind of reminiscent of the hero clicks. So you can turn them, and this is how you keep track of your hit points, which is really a cool thing. And it kind of tells you when you're in the danger zone. So you kind of start, if you just don't know what each value is, you can turn, you can see, okay, I took a couple hits, but I'm still in the blue, I'm still in the green, I'm alright, but when you start getting to the red or the brownish, you know that you're kind of in trouble here. All the information that you need on these ships are on these ships. For instance, this does 1 attack, which is and these have 4 attack, and you add them together. But we're getting too far ahead of ourselves, so let's kind of just go through a couple things. You get this rule book. You also get it in French, so for my French friends out there, don't worry about it. You can really you get a French playing book, because after all, this is a game from France. But I really like what it does. I'm going to show you how to play it simply, the simple edition, but there are some additions that you can add special abilities for each type of ship. It gives you the sequence of play, very well written, very well put out, and I've really had an easy time understanding what was going on. Once your training is complete, you can do some advanced rules, and it tells you where you can go in here to go to the advanced rules. And here are the advanced rules. They have some optional rules. They also have some scenarios that you can do, and that's pretty cool unto itself. There inside the box there's asteroid fields that you can put in these blocks. And as you can see, it's kind of like a chessboard in a lot of ways. So let's just take a look. You can roll 3 of these dice at any time. Any combination works. Now, your movement dice, if you want to start movement, you can say, okay, I'm going to roll 1 movement, and I'm going to roll 2 attack dice. So you would roll them. And as you can see, this is a diagonal. You can move anywhere diagonal. So you can move here, 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 or here. So for instance, I will move here. Now, if I want to fire, all I have to do is draw a line to where I want to do with the dice. And I would fire diagonally here, because this is a diagonal dice, and then here. So now I would attack this particular thing. Because my attack value is 4, I would be able to hit it for 4. So I would subtract 4 from the 6 here, so I would be left with 2. So once you draw a line there, what would happen is you would subtract the number off, so it would be 4, and that would take care, would do 4 damage. No defense, unless you rolled a shield and decided to save it. Now on this sheet here, you can roll any number of dice, of your 3 dice, and decide to save them. So any attack that came from any area, like this particular dice here, means any square, you can actually eradicate it. So in this case, if he was getting 4 damage dealt to him, he could have played this dice off his chart, and his shields would have blocked all the damage. You can save up to 2 dice here, and then you would need 2 of these special symbols. Anytime you roll these special symbols, you can save them. Now, this takes away from your shields if you use that, which means you will be only left with one that you could use with a combination of 3, any of the other 6 dice. But once you have this, then you can apply this special, like these are drones. What happens is they follow the ship around, and they do 2 until the person can roll an attack of, I believe it's all 6 sides, which they would kill all the drones. In the meantime, every time it's that person's turn, he would take 2 damage, which can be devastating if you can't roll properly. The different sides of the dice are, of course, you have your cross section, your diagonals, and of course your all sides. Okay, and then you have your special. Now, any combination of these, you can use any combination of these dice. It depends on how you strategically want to apply and move or stay out of certain ranges and so forth and so on. Very much like a chess type of game. Now, there's one other thing I wanted to show you, that say this person moves up here and this person's here, and he did all his actions, and then this person goes, well, I'm going to attack with 3 dice. He rolled 2 specials, but he rolled a diagonal. Now, he would get his 4 value, but because this person can be in an assist here, from this side here, because he's adjacent to him, he would also get his 2. So he would do 6 value onto that particular battleship. So you would take 6 damage off right away, of course, unless he rolled and decided to save any of his dice on his particular turn. He can eradicate that. Now, if he had another diagonal, he would be able to attack twice that way because it's diagonal. So he would do not only 6, but 12. Now, each one of these are worth a certain amount of points, and that's what's in blue. The object to the beginner game is to get 6 points of victory points. So this particular ship, if you took it out, is worth 4 victory points. Your destroyers are worth 2, and your frigates are worth 1. So that's pretty much everything in a nutshell. There's a little bit more to it with asteroids and how they work, going through asteroid fields. But I think you get the gist of the game. I really like this. Why don't we go up top and find out what my final thoughts on this are. All right, Fleet Commander. Well, as you see, very simple. I like a lot of things about this, and this kind of caught me off guard because I really like this game. It's an entry-level miniature game, and there's no way to get around that. And that's the best way to put it. You have a nice small area, you got your miniatures, they're already taken care of. If you want to paint them up, you can, that'd be kind of cool. But it's almost like a space chess type of game in a way with dice. I don't know any other way to put it. I like it. I wish you can roll defense a little bit instead of somebody just coming up and then just blowing your fleet completely away, and you kind of feel a little helpless at some points. But other than that, I really like how it plays. The advanced rules really adds a lot more. But just the basic rules, you can sit down and teach somebody how to play this in about 4 to 5 minutes. And I think it's a good game. I really enjoyed playing it. I think if you know, like most games that are miniature games, dice rolling, randomness. So you have randomness as far as certain things go. You get to save your dice for specials and stuff like that. You got to know when to use those. And of course, you got miniatures in there, so it kind of gives you that miniature feel, but without the big layout. So I really like this. So I'm going to give this a solid 3.5 stars. I really like this, and I had fun playing it, and I wasn't sure if I was interested, but when I started playing it, I really realized how much fun it is and how quick you can play it. So that's it from your old pal Rob. Until next time, I'm Rob Orn, and we will see you soon.
Sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, videos, and written reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, online gaming superstore, thousands of games and minis, discount prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com.